My deadbeat dad abandoned 2 more kids, and his ex wants me to help, but I said no. Am I the jerk? My deadbeat dad was never very present in my life. He left my mom when she got pregnant with me and tried to sleep with her occasionally, even though she always turned him down. It was the only reason I have any memories of him from the time she was alive. He never cared about me, which is why mom always told him where to go. He built up tens of thousands in child support because he refused to pay most of the time and found ways to stop it being taken directly from him. My mom died when I was 6 and my maternal grandparents took me in. I didn't see Deadbeat for several years. Then when I was 10 or 11 he showed up for a minute and asked for a DNA test again. One had to be done when I was a baby to get him on my birth certificate. My grandparents said as long as he paid for the DNA test he could have one. He left because he wanted them to pay. He showed back up a couple of years ago with a wife and a young kid, and his wife was pregnant. Deadbeat didn't care much that they lived nearby, but his wife was like, "Oh, we're family now, and you should know your half-siblings." I was like, "Nah thanks," and she tried to get my grandparents on her side, but they were like, "Nah thanks." Deadbeat took off on her and those kids 6 months ago. She stayed in place and tried to reach out to me for help and for me to form a relationship with her kids. I told her I wasn't helping her. I wasn't interested in a relationship with her kids. My grandparents suggested she move close to her family if she wanted her kids to have more than her. But she didn't, and she keeps reaching out and asking me to play some sort of role in her kids' lives. She also keeps asking me for help. She said even 6 hours of babysitting a week would make a huge difference to her, and she could better provide for her kids. When I didn't say yes after she asked again and again, she asked me if I was really so indifferent that I wouldn't like to know my own siblings who share my DNA and were dropped just like me. I asked her why she was so sure they were the only ones. I told her he could have a million kids out there and I just don't care. I said the only DNA that counts for me is my mom's DNA. She asked me how I'd feel if she lost their home and struggled to feed them, and I said it would be sad because kids don't deserve to be hungry, but it would be no more or less sad than it happening to any kid. She said at 17 I'm almost a man and I'm not turning into a very good one. That's the point where I blocked her, and I speed walk into the house or away if she approaches me in person. My grandparents told her not to show up again or the cops would be called. So far that seems to have worked. I don't feel bad about it, but I guess it did make me question if maybe some part of me is a jerk for refusing to help or be in those kids' lives. To me it seems crazy to go off Deadbeat's DNA, but I know that matters to a lot of people. Am I the jerk? This one is wild. Imagine your deadbeat father, who abandoned you your whole life, suddenly runs off and leaves 2 more kids behind. And now his ex is begging you to help raise them. Would you step in out of compassion? Or walk away from the chaos like Op did? Tell me what you would have done in this situation. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe. Your support means the world and keeps these stories coming. All rights belong to the original